You can have this automation trigger on all of your Calendly event types, but I like to have it on just a single one. So I'm going to build this to trigger on my demo intro call. I also like to have real data in the system when I am programming. It's easier for me than using the test data they would pull in. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule an event so that I can pull that into Zapier. So I have this completed with the name, email, phone, company name, and a note. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule the event. And then I'm going to go to Zapier and I'm going to create a Zap. And the trigger for this is a Calendly appointment is scheduled. So the app I'm using is going to be Calendly. Invitee created, right? So it's a scheduled event. That's going to be the trigger. Then I'll select my account and test the trigger. So this is going to be for any event, but I should get, the demo intro called the most recently scheduled one in here with the test data. So this is all of the data that we have to play with. It's really, really awesome. So I'm going to click continue. And then here I'm adding a filter step so that this will only trigger on this event type, not all of the other event types that I have in Calendly. So I'm going to do filter. And then I want to continue only if, and this is up to you. You can either use the slug. So that's the, after the URL here, which is editable in Calendly. So you need to make sure not to edit it. Or you can use the event name, which is also editable. So you need to make sure not to edit it. So I'm going to use the slug because that's more rarely edited. And I'm going to do exactly matches. And then let me see what it is. So it's demo-intro-call. So I'm going to do demo and continue. And it should tell me, yep, it's a success. These match. So then I'm going to go to my Pipedrive step, and here I'm going to select Pipedrive as my app. We always want a person before we have a deal, right? A person should always be connected to a deal. So you can go ahead and just create a deal, but I want to make sure that this person doesn't already exist in Pipedrive. Maybe I talked to them months ago or years ago or did a project with them and they're just scheduling using this link. I don't want to create a duplicate person. So I'm going to say find the person. And I'm going to select my demo account. I'm going to reconnect it. And then I'm going to search by email. So I always, email is way better than name. We have email in this case. So the field to search by is going to be email. And then the search term, this is what they put in the form. So I'm going to go ahead and type email. It's the invitee email. So I'm going to search by that email. And if I go into my Pipedrive here and search, there is not a match. So that's a different John. So this should not find one. And I'm going to make this a find or create step is what I like to call it. So I'm going to click this checkbox here, and then I'm going to create the person if this result is not found. So name, I'm going to put in their invitee name, then email, then phone. Let's see what that field is. Called because of how I set it up, it's the location. Another thing you can do is if you know what you put in, you can also just start typing what you put into that test and then find it. So it's the event location is the phone. And then I'm going to click continue, test and review. So now if I come in here and search again, I have this person now here, fantastic, with all the information that I need. So that is the find or create the person. I like to also rename find or create person, rename the step for my own sake. Then we're going to create the deal. And here I always want to create a deal. This is a new sales opportunity for me. So I'm going to select Pipedrive, create deal, select my account. And then title, I like this to be standard, so I'm going to put in the name of the person and then their company. I'm going to add this line here and then company. So here's the response, right? So if I type company, right, I was getting all these matches. That's not what I wanted. I needed the response. So I could also type response, but Doe's Construction is what I wanted. These you can skip. They'll default to what you want. You do need to select the stage. So I want this to be created in the new lead stage of my pipeline. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Owner, I'm going to keep as just myself. I don't need to select someone, but you could select a specific sales rep if you wanted. And then if we keep scrolling here, actually, I'm going to do Control Find. I know I want to do the intro call date. And here I can go ahead and pull in this. It will just default to date. And then I can go ahead and do the source, which this I will hard code to Calendly. So I'm just going to select Calendly here. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Continue, Test and Review. And now I have this deal here, and you see I have that information pulled in. It is actually not connected to the person because I missed that step. So I'm going to go back to the setup action, person. So I need to connect this to the person I created in step 3. So I want to get the ID for the person. So person ID. So it's step 3. The ID is 59. If you ever want to check something like this and make sure you got the right one of the things that's beautiful about Pipedrive is it's right there in the URL. So 59 is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and test this again. It's going to create a duplicate, and that's fine. So we'll see if I get the right one here. Nope. So here, deal 72, and we have it connected to the person. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. So now what I recommend is that you name your Zap, you publish it, and then you can also go ahead and submit one more test, and then you will see it working live. So I will go ahead and do one more test here. So here I have another event. Oop, I will update it. So once you've pushed that through, you have to wait until your Zap runs, which will depend on your plan. But once you've hit that timing, you can go in and search Pipedrive or just watch your pipeline, and you will see that deal created once that automation has run. And you can click to open it and see exactly everything that has come through.